The cruise ship Oasis of the Seas is 72 metres tall above water. Denmark's Storebælt Bridge has a clearance of only 65 metres. What two solutions, one technological, one scientific, did it use to pass under this bridge safely? Let me give it to you again. The cruise ship Oasis of the Seas is 72 metres tall above water. Denmark's Storebælt Bridge has a clearance of only 65 metres. What two solutions, one technological and one scientific, did it use to pass under this bridge safely? I would quibble the word safely, frankly, but...
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you mentioned that, because I immediately in my head, I thought, okay, what they had to do is get everyone on the cruise ship to jump at the same time, so it pushed it down, and then they drove through really fast, and that was the way that they got
for real, you've basically got one already.
Oh!
Wait, what?
Okay.
It's not jumping up and down, but it is a way to get it to sink lower in the water.
But, like, load it with as much stuff as possible. Like, make it heavy, make it sink lower.
Nope. You did actually say it, Brian. You did actually say the exact correct thing, but it's not about weight. Yeah.
Oh, so it's like a buoyancy, like, just...
Is there something about, like, ships going fast, pulling more draft? I remember reading something about that in, like, a navigation guide to mariners, that, like, when your ship is going at speed, the pressure, like the ground effect or whatever the equivalent of that is, sucks it down to the ground a little bit more, because you have to be worried about that if you're in shallow water. But if you are actually trying to get under a bridge, what you would do is put the hammer down, get the propeller going as fast as you can, and fast and furious it as much as you can on a cruise ship underneath this bridge.
That is exactly right. Do you want? That's the scientific solution. Yes,
there's a technical one too.
You're absolutely right. That's one half of it. It's the hard one, I'll be honest. But you're exactly right. It's the only equation that anyone knows about aerodynamics is Bernoulli, which is that speed and pressure are related, and if you increase speed, you change the pressure, and that's exactly the effect that's going on as you described. So just smash it.
Because ships ground because of that. Like ships are like, yeah, we absolutely have clearance to get through this. Yeah, we've got a 2 meter clearance, it's fine. And then they go a bit faster and get sucked down and ground on the rocks.
That's why.
Okay, that's half of it.
That's half of it. The hard half.
That was a great guess.
Yeah, that's also the scary half of it, right? Like, that's terrifying to be like, okay, we have to go really, really quickly. Trust me, it's going to go below the bridge.
I've seen footage, and this is not what this cruise ship did, but I've seen footage of somewhere in I think it's Florida. It feels like it should be Florida. It's somewhere on the Grand Tour around the American waterways that boats do, where there is one low bridge that sailing ships can't get under unless they weigh down one side of their boat, tilt the whole thing over about 20 degrees, so they've got a little bit more room and the mast can just sneak under the bridge because it's going at an angle. This is not what the cruise ship is doing. I'm just saying, after you finish listening to this, go and watch some videos of them doing the tilty under the bridge thing.
The tilty under the bridge thing. So the thing is that you are on the right track in the sense that actually with the tilty under the bridge thing, it is about one key point that needs to get under the bridge.
Is it just the mast? Yeah, the tallest point of it. So does the mast like go in, like it shrinks down?
You absolutely nailed it. I mean, you guys, you got that so quickly.
Wow.
I was like, this is really hard. How is anyone going to get this? But no, but no, I didn't, this is the type of people, the caliber of people that we're talking about. Essentially, it's the first time a cruise ship has ever had it. It's got a telescopic smokestack that can be retracted down. And also, because there is 20 metres of water between the keel and the bed of the strait, what they do is they just, exactly as you say, Tom, just like smash it through. And if they do those two together, then they can manage to clear the bridge by 60 centimetres. This is what I mean about safely.
That's not enough. That is not enough. I
entirely agree. So So this thing is 7 metres too tall, and it makes almost 8 metres by doing these two things together.
Unbelievable.
Wow. Yeah.
That is also like, I assume that they have to make sure everyone is under the decks, right? Like, no, they. That being said, I know that there's somebody who's out there like trying to smack the bridge as they go past, but
right, everybody down.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. I'm
I want to hit it.
So this ship, it was built in Finland, but if it was ever to get to the USA, it needed to clear this bridge. I mean, you would think maybe a bit more forward planning would have been useful, but it
did. They built a telescope. That's forward planning. That is.
Give it a bit more than 60 centimetres, my goodness. But they use the same technique when they're docking in New York City to go under. There's a bridge in New York City they need to get under. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Did they tell their passengers that? Like, they're like, oh, yeah, surprise, we just gotta, like, go...
They're going to be out on deck celebrating it. You know they are.
Just cruise ship version of Limbo, isn't it? So
Yeah.